Kia ora and welcome to our next short video in our stories about Alexander. This one is Alexander. He becomes the king of Macedon. Again, apologies for my voice. Okay, so Philip has been killed, and we've talked about the rumors that surrounded Olympias and Alexander. We know there's no evidence, but those rumors did hang around. However, the king is dead. Long live the king. Say la vie. See you later, Philip. Alexander is now in charge. Now, crucially, Alexander has the support of the army. If he didn't have the support of the army, he would not have been king. It's that simple. In Macedonia, although there would always be like the favored successor, they need the support of the army, as you do if you're ever going to take over. You've got to have the support of the people who have the weapons. The army did show the support for Alexander. They acclaimed him a number of times by rattling their spears against their shields, which showed they support him. It was one of Alexander's cousins, actually, who was the first to acclaim Alexander as king, conveniently also named Alexander. We call him Alexander the Ancestors because that was where he was from. He was the first to essentially raise Alexander's arm and acclaim him as king. And that was quite a shrewd move by the King's Alexander of Lyncestis because it kept him alive for a little bit longer. In the movie, it has a Phaestion doing this, but it was Alexander of Lyncestis. Alexander's first thing to do as a faithful son is hold a magnificent funeral for Philip, which he did, and he had those people of those involved in the murder of Philip were all executed at the site of his burial. Alexander decided who was involved, and conveniently it included all of his cousins and half-cousins and that who could potentially lay a claim to the throne. They were all, in inverted commas, involved, and so Alexander had them executed, except for Alexander of Lyncestis. He didn't have him executed. He kept him alive for a little bit longer. Now, this is not unusual, really. When a new king comes to the throne, he has to secure it. He has to make sure there are no challenges. So, unfortunately, his male relatives, they need to go. So Alexander did kill a number of his cousins. The first thing he does is he reassures the kingdom. He addresses the people a number of times and reassures them that everything is going to carry on as it was under Philip. We're going to invade Persia. We're going to stay the predominant power in all of Greece. Everything is going to carry on. Alexander has to deal with Attalus, though. Attalus was insulted him publicly at the wedding feast. Attalus is a major problem. So you can imagine Attalus, as soon as Alexander became king, Attalus was out of there. He got out of the kingdom as quick as he could. Alexander, though, he sent essentially assassins to track Attalus down, saying, bring him back for trial, or if he resists arrest, do please kill him. And funnily enough, Attalus was killed resisting arrest. So this is all normal. Alexander is what we call cleaning stables, making everything nice and clean, a clean state, executing those who are a threat, and then he can be secure on the throne. However, Plutarch tells us that there were external dangers on every side, not only for Macedonia, but for Alexander himself. He's not Philip. Who is he, this boy king? Yes, he's been successful. Yes, he's done great things already at the age of 20, but he is not Philip. He is not completely proven like Philip. He's promising. He looks the goods, but he's unproven. He is nowhere near as respected as his father was. So, what's going to happen now? Well, the rest of the Greek states start to consider, well, Philip's gone. Who's this boy king in his place? Shall we defy the League of Corinth? Remember the League of Corinth Philip set up that to keep Greece unified under Macedonian control, if any one state was the aggressor against the other, the rest of the Greek states would attack that aggressor. Well, the rest of the Greek states are now considering the next move. Philip is gone. Do we need to follow anything that Macedon says anymore? Possibly not. But they're all kind of sitting back and waiting to see what each other state does. Because although Alexander is unproven, he has got at his behest a highly efficient army. So the rest of the Greek states are like, well, perhaps we don't need to follow Macedonia anymore, but I'm just going to sit back and wait and see what that Greek state does rather than I will make the first move. In the end, it is the wild north states, they make the first move to show resistance against Alexander. And that'll be in our next movie, Revolts in the North. Goodbye.